Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all how I got this icy nude holiday makeup look right here, which is not too difficult. It was kind of simple to do, but yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. So I'm starting off with my bare face and my skin nice and prepped. I don't know what's been going on with my skin lately. It has been acting up like crazy. But I'm trying to regulate it now soon. So it'll be regulating. My skin has its phases. I don't know. But I'm taking the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer and I'm using that all over my face to prime my skin. And then I'm going in with the Maybelline smoothing, I think this is the Fit Me Blur smoothing primer, one of those names. But I'm using that in the areas where I have texture to smooth out my skin. And then I filled in my eyebrows slightly, and then I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow in the shade number 5. I absolutely love the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's my favorite one, and I like applying this underneath my foundation to give a glow from within type of look. So now that that's all nice and blended, I'm going to go straight into foundation. I believe this is the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. This is in the shade Huahine. And I like going in and applying my foundation and really just spreading the product with my finger onto my face and then using my foundation brush to blend it all out. I find this method, it allows me to use less product and it really just spreads the foundation evenly all over my face, and it cuts down the blending time as well because it's already spread out. And this is how the foundation looks all over my face. And after that's all nice and blended, we're now going to go straight into contouring and bronzing. I'm taking the not Maybelline, the Milani cream bronzer in the shade 130 Spicy Season, and I'm taking this with a angle brush and applying that on my cheekbones, my nose bridge, my forehead, as well as my jawline. And this is what it looks like all nice and blended. And now I'm going in with my favorite concealer of all time. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Golden, and I'm applying this underneath my eyes, my forehead, nose bridge, above my lip, and around the corners of my mouth. And then I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I also go back and forth between my beauty blender and my foundation brush just to make sure everything is nice and blended evenly, so you can't see where one color starts and one color stops. And I do blend my under eyes last just to build up the coverage. Now moving on to blush, I'm taking the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in this shade Pinky Promise, and I'm applying 2 dots, one towards the apples of my cheek and one towards the back of my cheek. And I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush and just using that to blend out the blush. And after I do that, I do go back in with my foundation brush as well, just to make sure that everything is blended nice and seamlessly. So now just to brighten up my concealer, I'm going in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer in the shade 22.5N. And I'm using that on the places that I want a little bit brighter. So right underneath my eyes, the corners of my eyes, my forehead, around my mouth as well. And I just like to apply this and blend it around any areas that I want just a little bit more brightness. And now we're going right into set. I ran out of my one size powder, so I'm taking the next best thing, which is the Kimchi translucent powder. I'm using my triangle powder puff and using that to set my concealer. I did go in with my fluffy brush. I don't know where the clip went, but I did go in with my fluffy brush and blended that all over my entire face as well to set it. And then for bronzer, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty and just applying that on the places where we applied the cream bronzer. Now for blush, I'm taking the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade number 4, and I'm just applying that on the areas where we applied the cream blush beforehand, just to intensify it a little bit more. When you apply your powders and everything like that, it can really take away some of the color. So we're just applying that color back on. And then to sharpen my contour, I went back in with the kimchi powder. And to bake underneath my eyes, I'm taking the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Banana Bread. So now we're moving right into the eyes. I'm taking my bronzer once again and just applying that in my crease as my transition shade. And then we're going to move right into the star of the show, which is the Be Perfect Gravity palette, which is what this look was inspired by. Well, actually, this look was inspired by the Huda Beauty ICY Nude palette. If you want a more affordable option, definitely give this Be Perfect palette a try. It's definitely a similar color story. The colors are super pigmented and super gorgeous, and it's way more affordable than the Huda Beauty palette. So yeah, you can give this one a try. But I went in with the color Quantum and applied that straight in my crease. And just to deepen my crease up a little bit more, I went in with the shade Gravity, which is this cool tone gray shade, and applied that in the dead center of my crease. I did go back and forth between both shades just to give a nice transition. And then I went in with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 3 and applied that on my lid just to give my lid something to stick to. And then I went in with this white shade in the palette and I applied that right in my inner corner, really heavily in my inner corner, and I applied that on top of the base as well. Now to add some shimmer and sparkle to this look, I went in first with the shade Magnetic, which is this gorgeous silvery shade, and I just applied that sporadically onto my lid. And then I went in with the shade Cosmic Dust just to intensify that a little bit more, and it gave it a nice 3D effect, which was absolutely gorgeous. I loved the shimmers in this palette. They're really shimmery and glittery, which is absolutely gorgeous. But just to finish off this eye look, I took some brown eyeliner pencil and applied that in my waterline, and then I smoked out my lower lash line with the shade Axis. Moving back to the face, I'm taking my Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Mahogany and just using that to dust off all of the baking powder that was left on my face. And just to spray and melt all the powders together, I went in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and just sprayed that all over my face. This really just helps melt all the powders together and really just helps everything look natural and more seamless and like skin. And just to prep my lashes before applying some falsies. I went in with the MAC and Extreme Dementia Mascara in the shade Black. And now we're moving on to lips. So I took the NK eyeliner pencil in the shade Brown and used that to line my lips. And now for lipstick, I'm taking the MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love and just applying that right in the center. And then I'm going in with the new e.l.f. lip oils. This is the ones they released for the holidays, the glittery ones. I'll have the exact shade name of this one in the description box down below. And then just to intensify it, I went back in with Cosmic Dust just to intensify that shimmer and make it more glittery and shimmery. But I applied my lashes and that is it for this look. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope you all like this video and I hope you all like this look. If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. I love you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.